To call the meeting to order, can we have a roll call?
Ms. Raccomando? Mrs. Borelli?
Present.
Mr. Cipollone?
Present.
Mrs. Mahoney? Mr. Quinn?
Here.
Mrs. Robinson?
Here.
Mr. White?
Here.
Mr. Winnie?
Here.
Mrs. Zattarelli?
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all members of the Board of Education and to the Bergen Record in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act. So we're going to open the meeting to the public. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second. This is for agenda items only, if anyone would wish to speak. All in favor? We're good? Okay. Anybody from the public wish to speak about agenda items only? Okay, then I'm not going to read my long statement, so can I have a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, so we have the superintendent's report. Anything new for today? It's on. Okay, sorry.
Good evening, everyone. I gave a full report on Monday night, and the only thing that I have for all of you this evening is that there is one addition to this evening's agenda. So I just want to draw your attention to page 17. Number 33, item number 5 was an addition to this meeting, and this is taking, we have Eileen Joyce will be testing a high school student on Tuesday, so we wanted to get that in today and not do it retroactively, so we added that. And that's the end of my report. Thank you.
And one other one was the
Oh, I apologize.
workshops on page 8. We're removing the one teacher that's resigning, so it's ID number 22 on page 8.
And we will replace that with another person at the September 12th meeting.
Okay. Okay, so 22 is off, right?
So we're reserving the spot, but just,
Okay, thank you. Okay, so agenda action items, Mr. Quinn?
I would like to make a motion to approve the following items under Education A, 1 through 4.
Any discussion? Okay. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
I mean, a second, I'm sorry, I need a second. Okay, roll call?
Mr. Winnie?
Yes.
Mrs. Zattarelli?
Yes.
Ms. Raccomando?
Yes.
Mrs. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Cipollone?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mrs. Robinson?
Yes. Okay, Mr. Raccomando, the next part is the budget finance facilities on page 5.
Already?
Yep.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the following items.
Second.
Okay, which ones, all of them?
Yes.
Okay, so that goes all the way to page 12? Okay,
1 through
1 through
19.
19. Okay, is there any discussion? Okay, roll call. Steve seconded.
19.
Mr. Winnie?
Yes, but I'll be abstaining from 6, ID number 63.
Mrs. Zattarelli?
Yes, but I'll be abstaining from item number 6, IV number 64.
Mr. Raccomando?
Yes, but I'll be abstaining from item number 55.
Of 6? 6 will be workshops.
They're all 6, yeah, it's all workshop.
Okay, Mrs. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Cipollone?
Yes, but I'll be abstaining for number 56.
Mr. Quinn?
Abstain from number 6, ID 51 and ID 59, yes to all others.
Mr. White?
Yes, but abstaining from 6, item number 62.
And Mrs. Robinson?
Yes, but I'll be abstaining from number 6, items 52 and 60. Okay? Are we good? Okay. A lot of items, but
Okay.
for now. Okay. So I'd like to have a motion to open the meeting to the public for the comments on policies and regulations listed on the agenda for the first reading.
Motion?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody wishing to speak about the policies? Okay, so we'll close the meeting. Okay,
Motion.
Motion, all in favor?
Sorry, excuse me. I have a question about busing. Is that considered policies?
No, it's the policies that are listed on page 13. So those were about physical restraint and seclusion and the other policies. So it would be, at the end of the meeting, we have an open agenda, open, okay. Okay, Sylvia?
Okay, can I have a motion to accept the policies for the first reading and second reading?
Motion.
Second?
Any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Mr. Winnie?
Yes.
Mrs. Zattarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Raccomando?
Yes.
Mrs. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Cipollone?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mrs. Robinson?
Yes. Okay, there's no items under negotiations, right? Okay, so personnel?
Nothing we can discuss?
I make a motion to approve items 1 through 53. You got one there?
Okay, do I have a second?
Second?
Any discussion? I just have to say something under discussion. I have to say that the administration and Mrs. Shanley have been very busy filling positions that we needed to get the school started, and I know it's been a lot, but as you can see on the agenda, we are in good place, so I want to thank everybody for that. Okay, roll call?
Mr. White, Mr. Winnie?
Yes.
Mrs. Zattarelli?
Yes, but I'm looking for the one I want to abstain from, so if you can just give me a second.
Page 19.
I'm on page 19.
I think they start on 18.
I don't see that.
18, you looking for 18?
16, 15 and 16.
Okay, I'm yes to all except for, let's see, item number 41, ID number 16.
That's a no or abstain?
No, sorry.
Okay, Mr. Raccomando?
Yes.
Mrs. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Cipollone?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mrs. Robinson?
Yes. Okay. We have nothing under legal. Under any other committee reports? Okay. Any old business? Okay. Any new business? I have some new business. Okay. So our next meeting is September 12th, and we're doing our caucus and our regular meeting one day because the school is closed on the Monday due to the Jewish holidays. So I would like to, I spoke with Ray, and he asked if we could possibly start our closed caucus part of the meeting at 6 and go till 7, and then have our 7 o'clock meeting start, the regular time. So I just want to know everyone's availability so that we can plan that for the 12th. Any question?
The only concern I have is putting an hour time limit on our caucus. What if there are things we don't get to that are on the agenda for approval? Will we pull them?
So with the second part of my question is, we want to have committee meeting on September 5th, so we will go through all the agenda items, so we should have all that really nicely put into place by then. So I need everyone's availability for that also for September 5th, for committee meetings for the items that will be on the agenda for the 12th. So,
Through the chair, if we do not get through with what we need to get through, we can always go into close, come back out and open,
Sure.
correct?
yes, we absolutely can do that. But we also can discuss a lot of things through the committee, process, so that if you have any issues, we can deal with them prior. So it's a Wednesday, it's the Wednesday before. We didn't want to do it on the day we got back from school. We figured the Wednesday, the 5th. Does anybody have a conflict?
Wednesday, I'm good. When did you say for committee reports?
The 5th.
Is it both Wednesdays?
Yeah, they're both Wednesdays, so it's Wednesday and the following Wednesday, the 5th and then the 12th. Usually we start 5 o'clock. It depends on which committees are meeting and what we are discussing. Okay, everybody good? You good, Tim?
I'm
Yeah, 12 is
fine with that.
12th
I'm
is
not
our
gonna be
board meeting.
last,
Oh, to
right,
be
Ray?
6 o'clock? Okay.
Yeah,
We could be 7?
I can do, I'll be, yeah, 7.
Okay, all right. Good?
I'm good.
Okay. Okay, and the other thing, so that's, will be good. So Ray will send out a reminder and put on the calendar that we'll have the committee meetings on the 5th, and the 6 o'clock for the caucus, and 7 o'clock for the regular meeting. The other thing is, we got the confirmation, I just want to remind everyone, for September 25th with Matt Lee, that we're going to be meeting with him. And then the next one, just to think about, one of our goals is to, policymaking, that's one of the board goals that we have, and Matt Lee is available for our November Wednesday meeting to come, if we could come at 6 o'clock to 8, and then have our meeting at 8, but I just want to make sure everybody's okay with those dates.
Can you repeat that?
Sure.
I'm sorry.
It's November 14th, it's our regular general meeting, okay? Because the 2-hour training is directly related to our district goal, our board goal of policy making and governance. So he would do that workshop before the meeting. It's approximately 2 hours, and then we would start the meeting at 8. But we have to advertise that now. That's why we want to make sure everybody's good with that. I know Kelly's not here. We'll have to ask her. Okay? So mark your calendars. What, is there something else? Good? Good?
Yes.
Okay. So just mark, I just want everybody to be aware of those dates and what the planning is for that. Okay, you got that, Ray? Yes. Okay, is there any other new business? No? Okay. So, now it's time that we open the meeting to the public. So can I have a motion, please?
So moved?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? So, where's the statement? On the front page, okay. Residents are requested to state their names, addresses, and subject matter. In the event it appears the public comment portion of the meeting may exceed 45 minutes, the presiding officer may limit each statement made by a participant to 5 minutes duration. Issues raised by members of the public may or may not be responded to by the board. All comments will be considered and a response will be forthcoming if and when appropriate. The board asks that members of the public be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Specifically, comments regarding students and employees of the board are discouraged and will not be responded to by the board. Students and employees have specific legal rights afforded by the laws of New Jersey. The board bears no responsibility, nor will it be liable for any comments made by members of the public. Members of the public should consider their comments in light of the legal rights of those affected or identified in their comments and be aware that they are legally responsible and liable for their comments. Got that? Okay, so does anyone wish to speak? Please state your name and address.
Hi, I'm Caroline Crowley. I live at 110 South West Wing. I have a child that will be attending Paramus Catholic in September, and I've recently been made aware that there will now be a bus offered by Saddlebrook to PC, and that it's arranged through a bidding process. So I'd like to understand more about the bidding process. Is that done at parents' request? Is it done as a matter of course? How many companies is it put out to? What are the requirements or the requests? Is there a report? Is it something I can review?
Yeah, sure. For non-public transportation, we're required to bus students that are over the state mileage, which is 2 miles for K through 8th grade and 2.5 miles from 9th to 12th grade. So we gather information, there's forms to fill out. We put that to which is the South Bergen Jointure Commission, which combines routes from students from surrounding towns and put together to get the best quotes. They go out and survey many bus companies, they get quotes back and they review them. If it comes under the state per student transportation amount of $1,000 per student, then you accept the bus route. And there's a route, there's stops, the students get picked up to and from school. If the per student amount comes over $1,000, there's no route, and we pay each parent $1,000 per student.
So
And that's per state regulation.
This is determined by a third party or a separate?
It's a school, there's South Bergen Jointure Commissions, they have several schools, they have tuition, they have schools, they have transportation and other services they provide to surrounding school districts.
And is there a report that we can review? A written report that we can understand the criteria that are made, or what towns were requested to be involved in the stops? Perhaps there's not enough children from Saddlebrook that are going to PC, but can it be combined with other towns?
That's what they do, though.
And how do they is there a report that we can read about who they tried to arrange it with? Because when I go to PC, they suggested that I come to the board meeting and ask the questions and try and understand it better.
They handle the bidding process. I don't know, I could find out. I mean, maybe you could put an Oprah request in for documents from South Bergen Jointure, but there's no other reports. I said they're following state requirements and bidding laws, and that's their charge. That's what they do.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry. Sorry, but if I can get your number after, I could contact you or I could email you, okay?
Hi, my name's Lorraine Tui, 273 Evans Place. I just have a question. I had sent an email on Saturday, August 18th to Mrs. Shanley, and I CC'd Mr. Karate and the board members regarding issues I encountered during the nursing hiring process. I just wanted to know when I would be getting a response.
I could put a response to you in an email tomorrow.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Hello, my name is Georgina Kulik, 54 Dana Way. I have a statement in regards to the social media controversy that went on. I'm not here with Pitchfork. I'm just here as a parent.
I'm sorry.
You can't hear me? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just going to start. In regards to the controversy that we had with social media, I would like to ask the board to please review and amend your bylaws for board members' use of social networks. We live in a very social media-driven world. We all use it. It's part of our everyday. As it states in your policy, board members should exercise care in setting appropriate boundaries between their personal and public online behavior. Understanding what is private in the digital world often has the possibility of becoming public even without their knowledge and consent. Our middle and high school guidance departments have held very informative presentations for both parents and students on social media behavior. Rule number 1, nothing's private. Rule number 2, your posts, they don't go away. Just this week, a South Jersey school board candidate quit the race because someone screenshot his Facebook comment he made in a members-only group. This goes on all the time, unfortunately. Looking for inappropriate social media posts has become part of the job force for human resource officers and college recruiters. It's our new norm. In keeping up with the times, I'm asking that you adopt the same policy that you guys put together for your school staff members. In your policy, like Article number 4 states, school staff members shall not use social networking sites to post material of sexual nature. The Board of Ed is an extension of our schools. As a district, how can we discipline an employee or even a student for inappropriate social media behavior that's not deemed inappropriate for board members? We need consistent policy. You are responsible for making sure all district policy and procedures are adhered to. If you or the superintendent believes that a staff member's activity on any social networking site violates the district policies, you as the board or the superintendent may request that the employee cease such activity. Depending on the severity of the incident, the staff member may be subject to disciplinary action. Our school district should not be expected to operate with a double standard for social media activity. In light of the world we live in today, there's a lot of articles and research out there showing how different kinds of sexist humor is not harmless. When posting memes and jokes, we normalize sexism and hostility towards women in ways that we don't even realize. This kind of humor is simply not benign amusement. One author writes how sexist jokes not only allow men and some women to believe that the sexist behavior falls within the bounds of social acceptability, it also reveals our prejudices about a woman's place in the world. While racist and homophobic jokes are no longer tolerated the way they once were, and people have become sensitized to the discrimination they represent, demeaning jokes involving women continue to get a free pass. And I know most of you up here, as sitting members of our board, I know this isn't the image you want to perpetuate. You're elected officials, and you are held to a higher standard than the general public with regard to standards of conduct and ethics. I just hope we can grow and understand, our roles and what's appropriate social networking behavior, and continue to work together to move our school district to the academic excellence our children deserve. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's her name? Brook. Does anyone else wish to be heard? Okay. That's it. So can I have a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you September 5th and then September 12th. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming.